When you guys want to make $20,
Not particularly.
all you have to do is scream.
Nope.
What about 40, 60, 80,
We're not gonna scream.
100?
Nope.
What about you, miss? You want to make $20?
No, I won't say it.
40,
No.
60,
No, not money.
200. I got 200 right here.
No, it's okay.
All right, Walmart. I'm going to get someone to scream. Little rain bet pregame. And if you want to make a quick 20,
Yeah.
all you got to do is scream.
As loud as I can.
Loud as you can, bro.
No way. Ah! Is that good? Bet. Thank you, bro.
Everybody think the man is supposed to sacrifice his life for everybody else, and he don't get no reward, no enjoyment for it, and there's no return on it. The man's happiness don't mean nothing to nobody. The man's peace don't mean nothing to nobody. The man ain't appreciated, homie, till his presence is no longer there.
That's nice.
That's nice, man. Good for you. Good for you. A lot of men would run through walls, would do anything for a woman that does stuff like this.
Shaking your ass at 3 in the morning in a parking lot and expecting a nigga bring you flowers and to wife you is actually insane.
A girl will go out there just like this and tell her boyfriend stop being insecure. How about you stop being inconsiderate? You goddamn. Oh, if you can handle a bad bitch, don't date one. The less clothes you have does not mean you's a bad bitch. It means you's bad at dressing. Know the difference. Quit this bullshit, ladies. Let's respect ourselves. You not respecting yourself, but you expect that man over there to respect you. Come on, man. Come on.
It's giving dad energy, but it's also, I think it's Pinky from is it Friday After Next?
You're not listening to what I'm saying. You got a good man. Don't tell your girlfriend.
Why not?
You got a good man. Don't tell your girlfriend. You ain't caught her yet.
So I can't tell my friends I got a good man.
You know what?
I can't tell them I got a good man, Savannah.
First of all, I'ma say it slow. Get off this phone for a minute.
I need to see you.
It's what I'm saying.
Okay.
All in our conversation. Listen, what I'm saying to you. You got something good. Why would you tell your girlfriend? Mama say if you got something good, don't never tell your girlfriend. You ain't caught her yet? If you got something good, why would you tell your girlfriend? You got me now?
No.
Okay, I gotta talk to an older girl.
But you're not telling me why. Why not to tell him?
Listen, I'ma say it slow. I got a good man. Why should I tell my girlfriend? You caught her yet?
So that she could be happy for you.
See you. See you. If you ain't ready, ask your mother that she'll tell you.
9 out of 10 women will never understand why men can stare into a campfire alone, in quiet, and call it the best night of their life. Her mind demands constant distraction. Babe, let's go to Mykonos. Let's go on a boat. Let's watch Netflix, vacations, parties, gossip, anything but silence, because silence exposes her emptiness. Solitude sharpens men. We call it strength. She calls it boring. After men turn 25 years old, every quiet night by a fire becomes a silent war against demons she'll never see. Women recharge in distractions. Men recharge in solitude.
Wives, listen. If you keep acting annoyed every single time your husband walks by and slaps your butt, or you shut him down for just touching you in general, don't turn around later and cry. Why doesn't my husband want me anymore? Men are not mind readers. We know that. But they hear rejection loud and clear. And when that rejection comes from the woman they love most, it hits hard. He will only take so many no's before he stops trying. And here's the thing. It's not because he doesn't want you anymore. It's that he doesn't feel wanted by you. That's the difference. So many wives are begging for their husband's attention back, but they never stop and ask how many times they trained him to stop giving it.
This is straight nasty work right here. Former NBA star Dwight Howard married this woman, rapper and reality star Amy Luciani, on January 11th. And now, just 6 months later, she's not only asking for a divorce, but she wants alimony and half of bro's assets. She said, and I quote, "The relationship is irretrievably broken and there are no prospects for reconciliation." Dwight Howard's net worth is over $140 million, while Luciani's net worth is somewhere between $400K and $1.5 million. Now, I don't need to hint to you what everybody is thinking here. Now, I'm not gonna go as far to say she planned this whole thing off the rip, but it certainly looks bad on her part. She basically had a fling with the man, and now she wants 70 M's plus alimony. What's even worse is if she didn't plan it, to have the nerve after just 6 months to ask for half this dude's assets, like you've been with him since he was in Orlando, is just crazy work. And Dwight Howard hasn't been in the NBA in a few years, so it's not like she was with him shooting in the gym. I'm gonna finish this off with a little advice for both the men and women in a similar position to Dwight Howard in life. Do not be so quick to fall in love, and do not be so quick to get married. And if you do, that prenup better be airtight, because otherwise someone like this, they gonna take you straight to the cleaners.
It's a narrative that we hear about black men.
They don't get married.
No, they don't like who?
Oh, they don't like black women.
Well, yeah.
The national average for black men who are married, what are they married to?
It's got to be black women.
Black women at what percentage? Over 85%. But it don't matter though, because once they make money, that's when they go get white women.
White women, yeah.
The national average for making over $200,000, black men, right? How many of those men are married to black women?
I'll give him about a cool
95%.
95. I believe it. I do believe it. And then when you hear the horror stories, we got to talk about Scottie Pippen. Girl.
Lex has a good point though, because they'll show the Scottie Pippen, right? And they'll say, look, this is how black men behave.
Yeah.
But that's not the fact. Destroying the black family has been on the forefront of the mind of the people who created this country. How do you destroy the black wealth in this country?
Yeah.
Destroy the black family. Make black women think that black men don't love them. Make black men think that black women don't respect them. That's all a fallacy. It's not true. The older I get, I'm 40 years old now, the more I realize that everything I've learned from mass media has been programmed by people who have an agenda.
You want to know what men want? We hate the fact that y'all don't take accountability. You rather shut down, flip the script, start crying, turn red, act like you can't breathe and you gonna die and you got the hiccups, the invisible hiccups.
You're right.
We hate that. Communication analogy I like to use. When a man is talking to you ladies, you have to treat the conversation like a game of football. In a game of football, we throw you the ball and you catch it and run it to the end zone. When I tell you something, I want you to grasp it, understand it, and run it home. But most of the time when we tell you something and we throw you the ball, you hit it like a baseball. You just knock it back instead of catching it. And then if the conversation go too long, it go from baseball to tennis. Well, you did this, you did that. Now y'all playing tennis. If you want your relationship to be fruitful and have an open line of communication that is effective, you have to learn to play football. When he tells you something, he's throwing you the ball. Open your arms and catch it. Don't just fire back with a bat to hit the ball back and say, well, you do this. We hate that.
And that's what these modern women be doing, man. They be starting storms, and then they wonder why the thunder start rolling in, why the thunder start clapping, and why you have a thunderstorm. You didn't brood it. You didn't brood it, and now you can't handle it.
Ladies, the men are right. We need to start dressing more modestly in the gym.
No, just put a shirt and pants on. Like, you're going to the gym in your bra and underwear and acting like us saying to put a shirt on equals you dressing in an Amish attire. Do you all just look at your closets and say, yeah, let me be as naked as humanly possible when I go out in public? It's pathetic. Call your father and apologize. That is so tough.
The absolute craziest thing to me is that women actually believe that they are worthy of love, and men are taught to believe that they have to earn love. And then we're surprised as a society when mediocre looking and mediocre women at best reject men who are, first of all, on their level, or worse, even way out of their league, because women are taught to believe that they deserve love regardless, that they don't have to prove themselves the way men do, and that they are worthy of having someone to take care of them and do things for them no matter what. Which is just absolutely wrong. We as a society have to start teaching our women that they have to bring things to the table as well, which include peace, respect, loyalty, dignity, and adoration for their man. If you as a woman are not doing those things for your man, you do not deserve to be with him, no matter how great he is, no matter how great you are. Because quite frankly, your man doesn't care about the amount of money you make. Your man cares about the amount of peace you bring to his life. And if you're not bringing any peace to his life and you're just chaos, he's not going to want to be with you.
What's something women do for validation that ends up costing them their self-respect?
Well, if you don't want me to point at the obvious, I'm going to anyways. I think that putting your body like a poster online for other people to give you validation or make you feel like you're worthy, attractive, and you can say what you want about it. Like you can do it under the guise of like, I worked really hard and I'm proud of it. You worked really hard and you're proud of it and it's for you. Then why are you plastering it all over the internet for other people to validate you? Right? So like we do a lot of things and we can use whatever justification system we want to. But if you are giving away something that I believe, this is my opinion and my perspective, you don't have to agree with it, but something that should be sacred to the masses. You also don't want people to find your self-worth from objectifying you, yet you objectify yourself and want people to not notice that. Like I just don't, it doesn't make sense to me. The best thing that a woman can do as far as self-respect is concerned is learn to say no and set boundaries. You don't have access to me. You don't have access to my body. I am not here to just stroke your ego or make you feel attractive because you've garnered my attention. You are not entitled to my body, my mind, my spirit, my soul, and standing firm on that stuff. I think that women are worth so much more than they allow themselves to be in this modern world where we're all focused on fitting some mold and looking like the Kardashians and putting our bodies all over the internet under the guise of empowerment. But again, like women aim to pursue education and intellect and skills and opportunities so they would not be diminished or degraded into their own self-worth coming from their sexuality, yet we sexualize ourselves anyway. So what was the point of all of that? I find it to be insulting, and I am frustrated for women who feel like they have to put themselves in that position to be good enough, worthy enough, pretty enough, attractive enough, and also frustrated with the cultural narrative that says that this is empowering when I find it to be incredibly degrading.
Can you please help me with these dishes? I feel like I'm the only one around here that does dishes. Can you?
I don't know, man. Get out of here.
Hey, babe, do you think you could do the dishes real quick while I start cooking if you have time?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I got you.
Why are women hardwired to melt down a relationship, to sabotage a relationship? Everything that attracted them to you as a man, from my experience, once you get in a relationship, those are the things that they want to change about you. Why did you want to be with me if I had all these characteristics and all these traits when we first met? But now those are the things you want to change? But you wouldn't have been attracted to me in the first place if I wasn't doing those things.
The most attractive thing a woman finds in a man is competency. But a competent man is a dangerous man. When a woman gets with a very competent man, she starts to feel insecure because she's like, oh, he could get other options. There might be a better girl than me out there. And so their instincts kick in to try and neuter the man. It makes sense because women are going to raise children and they're going to be very vulnerable when they do that. So they do what's called nesting at home. As soon as they started getting into that feminine space, they started creating a home and decorations and getting ready for the baby and all those types of things. But they try to nest their man. All the things are making him powerful. All the things are about it. Him going to the gym, him hanging out with his buddies, him spending time at work. All of these things that are making him attractive to begin with are now threats. She's going to be like, I don't like it when you go to the gym so much. And I don't like that guy. I don't like it when you hang out with him. And as guys, we have this innate conditioning from society and all this programming that our job is to sacrifice for our woman. And so we think if she sees me sacrificing for her, she'll recognize how much I love her and she'll love me back. And the second you start doing that is the second she stops respecting you and she stops being attracted to you. You're not competent anymore.
Yo, babe,
Yes?
why do you have another bank account that I don't know about with $47,000? We've been struggling. What's up?
That's for a rainy day.
A rainy day? The last 7 months was a rainy day. I'm laying on a car note and I barely have enough to pay rent.
That's on you.
So let me get this straight. My money's for everybody in this house. For the kids, for the groceries, for your nails, your hair, your toes done, the car, the house, everything. But your money is just for you?
Yes.
I can't. Look, I'm here struggling, picking up extra shifts, got another job at the warehouse, doing DoorDash, Uber Eats, and you gonna do this to me? You got $47,000. It's been a rainy day, so you can't help me out? You got me. Whoa. What's wrong?
You're yelling at me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You made all these promises when we got married. You said you was gonna buy me a house.
I know. Babe, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. Come here. I'm sorry for
And you're just worried about my little money that I'm saving for a rainy day.
Little money? It's about $47,000.
Stop the cap.
See, look, we about to go to the bank. You about to help me pay some of these bills, all right? Come on, let's go.
Fine.
Ray Darius, why'd you end up popping your balloon? I have to agree with Sade over there. What compelled you to talk about assets? Like, are you a male gigolo or something?
No, I talked about assets because I own a business in California, like I said before, and
What is that business?
I own a restoration with furniture business in California, and I make over $200,000 a year with that. So if I bring a girl in with me, she has to be able to, and if I have $100, she has to be able to make 125, 150, and not bring it down to 75 or 50. Asset, not liability. That's what I mean by that.
So what about if the girl doesn't have any money, but she actually really loves you?
Did you hear what I said? Honestly, it doesn't matter if she didn't have any money or not. If she comes in, does she know how to take the $100 that I give her and make it 125 versus 75? Does she know how to be an asset? Does she know how to build on what I already have? I mean, God, what? Girl.
I'm convinced some women just want the wedding day and not a marriage.
Married?
Yeah.
You were married?
I was married. I was a married woman.
What?
Yeah.
How long were y'all married?
Not long, probably 2 years.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
Such a great guy, amazing guy. But we just didn't want the same things in life.
Okay.
He was okay with just love and, going to church and having a family, going to work and raising kids. And
You
I was
feel
like,
like you
I
wanted
want more.
way more. Yeah, I get that.
And I shouldn't feel bad for wanting more.
Did you feel like you knew y'all weren't on the same page before you walked down the aisle? So why'd you do it? What was the reason?
That's a lot of pressure.
Okay.
When a man proposes to a woman, that's a lot. And in front of people,
I didn't want to let my community down. They thought this was beautiful.
look, he's like, I gotta say yes. After that situation, I'm gonna tell you what you don't want to hear. Because someone should have told me.
Oh.
And I'm not gonna put that responsibility on them. But if someone would have been like, hey girl,
this ain't,
you're not even happy right now.
He was happy.
Yeah.
Man.
And that makes it harder.
Yeah.
Because you're like, you have someone that loves you. But at the end of the day, love is not enough.
It's not enough.
It's not enough because love is a choice. Are you gonna?
So you heard her say her womanese, saying that he's a great guy. They've been married for 2 years, and he's the one who wanted to be in love and family and church and God and all these great things, but she didn't want it. What did she want? She wanted to be a fucking bop. That's exactly what she wanted to do. She wanted to be out in these streets. She had FOMO. I don't know how old she is. She looks in her mid-30s. I'm not gonna cap. But it just goes to show that a lot of women just want the title. They just want the, oh, I'm married. Somebody cared about me enough to get on one knee and propose and do this whole big wedding thing, and they don't even appreciate it. And it's funny to me because a lot of women will pray the Ciara prayer and want to Russell Wilson, and when they get him, they don't even know what the fuck to do. They say, oh, that's the boring guy. Like I always say, nice guys finish last. So after they finish running the streets, that's when they want to settle down with that nice guy. Gentlemen, don't be the nice guy. Be the first choice. Always be the first choice, because they'll do shit like this. They won't appreciate you. They will say you have no value, and they'll leave. Then they go back to the streets and get ran through again. Don't save them. They don't want to be saved. And all I want to do is ask this young lady one question. And you want to get married. Pack it up.
In a guy, does height matter?
Yes, it fucking matters.
Whoa, that was a strong yes.
Yeah, because no one wants to date a short guy.
And no one wants to date a fat girl. Let's see it. 145? No. You don't look 145.
145, that's a wrong scale.
They always blame it on the scale. Maybe it's just the diet.
You don't look bad for 145. Stop it. If anything, you look like you might be a little bit top heavy. And a lot of men would absolutely love that.
Why is Ayesha Curry so determined to always embarrass Steph Curry?
I never thought I was going to like him and he was going to be a high school
People
basketball
feel like
coach.
that about when Michelle Obama speaks about her 10 years of disliking Barack Obama.
That's wild as hell.
Yo, that's wild. If a man said, I didn't like my wife for 10 years.
What? It's finished. And Stedman ass said, I didn't like Oprah for 10 years. What? He like her co-workers and her man. That's it. I she should.
I mean,
We
what
don't
else
like
I need
friendly
in life?
girls.
All I need is life. What else I need?
But are we looking at this ridiculously?
No, she's just being honest about how she felt.
Oh my God, Lauren, I thought I was giving you the title of the realest nigga on radio. You had it. Yo, right. When I walked out the room, I was gonna be like, yo, that's the realest nigga on radio, but right now.
No, because I think she's being honest about how she felt. I do agree with y'all that men could never. Y'all would be dragged. And I also think that there's always this thing, because he's Steph Curry, that anything she says is going to be out of here. Like,
That's
you know
true.
what I mean? To y'all's point, I can understand why people would feel like, bro, why? Like, you know who Steph Curry is. But if they have a relationship, like, she ain't going to go out and talk about things that's going to cause issues in her household.
She got the vagina. Yes, she will. Yeah. She will, and look at this nigga in his face, and he's going to be mad. Like, why would you say that? I was just being honest.
No.
Oh, yes, sir.
And he has to eat
He
that.
gonna be honest. If he gonna be honest, it's a problem.
Men love double standards when it works in y'all favor.
Humans.
Men.
No, what's
Humans.
As a man,
Yes.
there are certain things you cannot get on a platform and say about your wife, your
Never.
open relationship,
Nothing.
whatever,
Nothing.
unless you want to deal with all of the stuff that comes with it, right?
You can't say nothing.
But women can be a little bit more vulnerable. We can get into things if we choose to.
I'm
right?
letting
That's our choice,
She's
right?
going somewhere with this.
She's good.
Right?
She's real good.
But there are certain things that women can't openly discuss. Like, Lori Harvey gets dragged and people call her all types of hoes or whatever because she's a single girl that dates people. But when somebody is young and bachelor and out here and outside and got all the whatever,
He's on the T-app.
T-app.
He's on the T-app.
But that doesn't matter.
He's exposed. It does matter.
No, it don't.
These modern women are saying a lot of stupid stuff and getting away with it. This man is making, he's hundreds of millions of dollars. Sponsorship after sponsorship. And she's still talking reckless.
Very misogynistic, realistically.
So what is misogyny? So why are you using words that you don't even know the definition of?
No, that's not what I meant. I think you are misogynistic, though.
But what does misogynistic mean, though? Like, just so I know what you're calling me.
Okay, so the reason I said it is just, again, based on the
Because you hear it on the internet?
Nah, bro, are you stupid? No.
I just saw a post that said girls thinking their psychiatrist cares about them is the same as men thinking the stripper actually loves them. And like, you're kidding, right? Like, you're lying, right? Like, I don't like that.
Hey, Badders, it's Kat the Grey, and a lot of women be like, oh my God, my is so good, just be driving these crazy. And it's like, I've seen these little memes going around, and I'm not trying to be all spiritual and shit, but like, no, bitch, you got some toxic. Because good make her calm down. Y'all remember in Game of Thrones, Khaleesi? She had that big motherfucking warrior, and they were showing her how to ride dick. She knew how to calm him down. She knew how to ride the beast. She knew how to calm the beast down. A lot of you bitches really just agitate the demons, and you don't have healing. You don't have the type of that makes it switch religions. You don't have the type of that makes it start praying and shit like that. Makes it start being a vegan. You don't got that type of. You got the type of roll up a motherfucking backward and eat Cheetos afterwards, bitch. And then he want to shoot up the club. That's not good. BBLU.
Well, I don't know if Khaleesi is the best example, but I get your overall point.
You see the shirt and shorts?
Yeah, they're on top of the dirty hamper.
Okay. They're not dirty, but they're not clean. But they're not dirty enough to go in the hamper, and they're not clean enough to fold and put away. So I have them right here because they're in the middle. They're about to get reused.
What? I could just wash them.
No, they're about to get reused. This has another 2 to 3 good uses, and these shorts, they're black. Another 3-4 good uses. So do not wash them.
How does that make sense? Yeah,
Because
they're on
good.
top of the dirty hamper.
No, they're good enough to wear again. So please do not touch them.
Okay, so your logic is that they're clean enough to not put in the dirty hamper.
Exactly. That's men logic 101. Clean, but not clean enough to put away. Dirty, but not dirty enough to put in the hamper.
What?
Honestly, if she want to watch me and she ain't complaining, I ain't gonna stop her.
Why the fuck are you trusting anonymous bitches on this fucking T app? Do not believe everything you read on there. I did a little experiment in the Denver T app area, okay? So I posted a man that I met in Arizona like a while ago that there's no way anybody in Denver would have talked to him or seen him or anything. Like, he's never even fucking been to Denver. Just to see if some bitches would say something to stir shit up. Posted it and I was like, we've been on some dates, things have been going well, just trying to see if like anybody else has been talking to him or seeing him. Some bitch commented, said we went on a date not too long ago. Like, bitch, you're a fucking liar. And then I commented back on it and I was like, you're fucking lying because I literally posted this guy who's not even from here. There's no way anybody would have gone on a date with him, so you're a fucking liar. These bitches straight up will just lie just to ruin some shit you have going on. And that's the other thing. Don't be posting your man because these bitches will come for him. I don't get why women trust other women just because they're women. Women are grimy as fuck too. And I've even had some male friends that have had shit said about them that's out of pocket, like to the fucking max. It's just not okay. So if you're gonna take anything from the T app, make sure you get receipts with it. Otherwise, don't fucking believe anything these bitches are saying. People love to be messy just to be messy. Oh, and the bitch literally deleted her comment after I said that, so she knows she's fucking lying. Fucking losers, lame ass bitches.
I think that the initial intention of the T app was like really good, especially if you're married. Because if you're not married, it really doesn't make sense. Somebody's past dating history is up to you to figure out based off their behavior, based off what they say, and based off what they tell you. If I'm going on a date with the girl, I don't want a sheet of all the guys that she's fucked in the last year. Like, I think it's just weird. I've been in the game long enough. I could tell, homie. I don't need you to tell me everything about her. I'll figure it out. And the reality is, every single person, girl or guy out there, if they've dated a couple people, guess what? Their partners are not going to say wonderful things about them. There's always going to be something that isn't good. And that's why the relationship didn't work out. And then there are people that are just simply miserable because of their own dating history, because of their own traumas. And they want to go out in the world and anonymously ruin other people's dating lives. And I've seen this personally with myself because I'm on the T app myself and I've had a bunch of stuff said about me that is completely untrue. But I will also say this, there are some people that have been helped by this app. And those people are particularly married women that did not know what their husbands were doing when their husband was traveling, when their husband was out and about. And it's good for that reason. But if you're not married, listening to an anonymous app, we just know how the internet is without any receipts, is a recipe for disaster.
Listen, if that man got your number a couple weeks ago because he likes you, that doesn't mean he needs to know that you're unable to pay your rent for the month. Sweetheart, that is none of that man's business. Okay.
I don't want to live with my husband. I want him to live like down the hall.
Yeah, same.
And like sleep in separate rooms?
Go away.
I would turn
No, that's 1950.
that side of the house into a dual master. So knock down that wall between those. That's your side. This my side. You can come stay with me whenever. I can come stay with you, whatever. But we have separate spaces, separate bathrooms, separate.
I wouldn't do it that way, but I would definitely do like a woman cave and a man cave.
I
And
mean,
like,
sure,
you know,
but
have
where are
like
you sleeping every night? Are
I'll
you sleeping in
I'll
the bed
sleep
with your
my
man?
100% every night.
Mhm.
But throughout the day, I'm trying to read a
Not
book.
necessary.
I'm trying to drink. I'm trying to do the things that I do. I want to play and make up. I don't have time for you coming around here
just
talking.
being
Shut
around.
the
Married man here. I would rather sleep in a baby stroller in an alley than get treated like this. I would rather sleep in my childhood room on a race car bed with Ninja Turtle sheets. I would rather sleep the rest of my life in an airplane seat in an exit row that does not recline. You want me to lead, provide, and protect. And this is what I get out the deal.
Go away.
Whew. Imagine writing home to your mama or calling your mom and say, hey mom, I think I found the one. You're going to send invitations to your entire family so they can go see you, stand at the altar, and the person you with say stuff like,
Go away.
And imagine these people praying to God asking for a spouse. This don't even sound like a partnership. This sounds like a parent telling you to go to your room.
Go away.
If you are the table, there's some legs definitely missing. And if you're living in a different space, who's paying the mortgage? Because I'm not paying the mortgage and I'm not living with you, or I need to live in another space. Who signs up for this? None of this has anything to do with love. And it sounds like she don't like you. And if there's a dude that watches this and be like, ooh, I want to marry her, you don't need a wife. You need self-esteem.
Go away.
Some of you really need to listen to this.
Why is it controlling? How about a guy just has some standards for himself and he's saying to himself, if I'm going to date you and we're going to be exclusive and I'm going to prioritize you in multiple ways, I have expectations of you, which means that you're not going to go out, get sloppy drunk with your friends, be around a bunch of guys that are going to be like, the whole time, and maybe behave badly because people make not so great decisions when they drink. And why are you putting yourself in that situation? I don't want to give my exclusivity to someone who's going to voluntarily put themselves in those situations. And by the way, if you have me and you're so happy with me, why do you need to do all of that? Perfectly reasonable for a man to come to the table and say those things.
Truth is, you shouldn't be dating someone like that to begin with. If you even have to have this kind of conversation, what are you doing together? You should be looking for someone who's already at the place in life that you need to be. Now, if they just need to hear it once and they say, you're right, I'm sorry, and they've changed and they just needed a little nudge, great. Otherwise, move on.
Why don't you want to be married anymore? Be honest.
Because I've done it twice and it failed miserably.
Why did it fail in your opinion?
The first time I went into it with like an idea of what it should be, and that failed. This world is not cut out for people to have like meaningful relationships. I think it's the internet. I think it's social media. I think people are designed to think there's something better out there always, and they're never content with what God intended us, just to love one another.
So what could be some of the tips you would give some young people so it actually can have a lasting relationship in your opinion?
Get off social media.
So how is it screwing people up? Explain to me.
They are always looking for something better. They're comparing themselves to others. They think that what people post is real, and it's not. Like, life is hard, marriage is hard, relationships are hard, and you don't go on just to the next better thing because it's easy.
Submit to your husbands. It says husbands, by the way, not boyfriends. But then it says, husbands, love your wife like Christ loved the church. What did Christ do for the church? So God says to the man, die. And he says to the woman, submit. So here's the thing for the fellas. Are you a man worth submitting to? Ladies, are you a woman worth dying for?
Oh, come on.
I'll drop it right there. I'm done.
Yeah, we can go ahead and dismiss. Go ahead and go get some lunch after that one. Appreciate it.
Alright, so boom. A woman that can be bought isn't worth having. There are a lot of women who think money is everything in a relationship. They look for providers and men they can mooch off of. A lot of men go along with this, so they give a lot of money, gifts, presents, whatever. This is just to have her around. The thing is, this does not create love. She ends up liking the money. In fact, she loses respect for these kinds of guys because they equate their self-worth to giving money. For there to be love, there needs to be respect. After a while, a new man with money may come along. Because she has no respect or love for the other guy, she will just leave. These types of women have bad character. They are only about the superficial things in life. If you as a man want real love, you must avoid this trap. Never ever spend money to keep a woman. Focus on her character. Look for respect, trust, and shared values. And also find someone who will be with you at your lows. These types of women who want money will leave at the first sign that you are useless. As a man, you should still pay for dates and be a gentleman, but recognize when a woman wants you to spend money on her. Find the woman who wants to be around you for you. A woman that can never be bought. Drop a follow for more. Drizzle, drizzle.
Watch your mouth when you're talking to a man, because a lot of women do that. And then when they get snatched up, they're crying. And I'm not saying that it's okay to hit a woman or anything, but stop acting like a man, right?
Well, a lot of women, not all women, but a lot of women want the authority of a man, want the responsibility of a child, and want the perks of being a woman.
Yeah.
How asinine is that?
Right.
Because if you come at a man like a man, what do you want him to do?
Right.
Because he would not even allow another man to come at him like that. And 9 times out of 10, men don't come at other men like that because it would get violent.
Right.
But women, when you step into your masculine energy, what do you expect that man to do? Get into his feminine energy?
Yeah.
You want him, when have you ever had an argument or a spat or a situation with a man and he's like, okay, after you became aggressive with him? It almost never works like that. Your power is in your divine femininity.
I'm noticing that.
You're able to neutralize him. That is something we can't bypass. Ladies, when you come at us with your divine femininity, we become docile.
Yeah.
We become very pliable. You understand what I'm saying? But when you approach us in this masculine energy, if I'm already masculine again, how do you think that's going to work?
Women love to say men are insecure when they put boundaries on women. But I argue that when a man puts a boundary on you, he's very secure because he's telling you what he really likes and doesn't like at the cost of possibly losing you. He's actually insecure if he doesn't say anything because he's not secure where the relationship is and he's scared to lose you. You buy a G-Wagon, right? You spend $250,000 on it, right? Dude knocks on your door, the guy that sold you the car. He says, hey, listen, bro, I need you to put a for sale sign on your car and drive around with it for like a month or two, okay? How'd that make you feel?
Bad.
Why?
I'll cry.
Why?
Because I just bought it. And I wasn't like driving it for that.
And you worked really hard to get it, right?
Yeah.
That's exactly how men feel about their girls showing their body all over the internet.
I know he's cute now, but you will have to cohabitate. Let me ask you, do you like feeling your fingers and toes? Do you own a parka? Because he's going to set the thermostat at Arctic penguin levels for the rest of your life.
This is going to make some of y'all really mad, but I don't care. I'm going to say it anyway. If you are receiving child support, you should be required to provide receipts for what you've spent that child support on. And if it's not the children, you should stop receiving it. Period.
Guys make money to get married, girls make money to avoid marriage. Not only are you married, but back in 2018, you tried to be a girl boss at Big Enough Global. Guess the only thing about you that didn't get big enough was your bank account.
Your man is not just off. He's not just tired either. He's starving for connection, and he doesn't know how to say that without sounding weak. So instead, he goes quiet, distracted, detached, and you start to think he doesn't care. But girl, he does. He cares so much, it hurts. He misses the way you used to touch him like you wanted him. The way you used to flirt, lean in, look at him like he was the only one in the room. And now he's scared to even bring it up. Because last time he tried, you rolled your eyes or brushed it off or made him feel like he was asking too much. But hear me, it's not too much. Wanting to feel loved, seen, and chosen, that's not needy. That's human. And if you love him, show up for him. Pull him in. Remind him he's still the man you fell for. Because he's still right there, waiting for you to see him again.
Unpopular opinion. A lot of women claim that they want a man who's emotionally mature and has his shit together until you actually get one. And then you realize that man come with discipline, standards, boundaries, limits. He don't just give in to you because you said you wanted something, and he not dealing with no smart ass mouth just because it's you. Now all of a sudden he a lying ass narcissist and he don't know how to treat a woman because he don't just give you your way all the time. He actually uses logic and discipline whenever he thinks and he moves and he acts. He's an emotional abuser because even when you summon the waterworks, he don't let you win the argument. He want to still come to some kind of conflict resolution and talk about whatever it is that y'all needed to talk about. He'll give you a second to get your emotions together and check on the side over there and then come back and let's finish discussing whatever we were discussing, because it's a bigger problem at hand than just you crying right now. I get it, you're emotional, but he don't just let that control him in the ways that other men let that control him because he got his shit together, remember? And until you're ready to actually communicate, leave that man where he at. Until you actually ready to listen, leave that man where he at. Until you're ready to sit down and have real adult conversations, leave that man where he at. Because let me tell you something, dealing with a man who's emotionally mature is not for the weak.
I don't know if anybody else noticed this, but Ayesha Curry is putting in maximum effort to let the world know that she is struggling with trying not to cheat on her husband. And because she can just smell an opportunity to embarrass this man, because she gets on every interview telling everybody about just how frustrated she is with his success, how frustrated she is that women desire him, how much she wished it was her being lusted after by people who don't give a fuck about her, how desperately she wants to get attention from other men, how locked down she feels with the kids. Every fucking interview she goes on, she unwarrantedly forces us to listen to her vent about her not wanting to be with her husband. She wants to go be Glorilla or some shit. Like, we get it, bro. Just go drop an album or some shit. Like, stop embarrassing this man, bro. This shit is getting pathetic.
I'm really not even sure what questions they're asking her that has her saying the type of stuff that she be out here saying.
If we give a woman the right to opt out of motherhood
should we also give a man the right to opt out of fatherhood and 18 years of child support?
No, I don't know. But if a mom walks into an abortion clinic and says, you know what, I'm not feeling this, and gets an abortion, the dad has no say, why can't he opt out if she was able to say, hey, I don't want this baby? It's a double standard.
Well, he could obviously sign his rights away, but he cannot physically make
He can't, but he can't sign his rights away because he has to pay child support.
I mean,
He is legally bound by child
to be
support.
honest, that's just the way it is.
I know, but do you think it's right?
You can't tell a woman to have an abortion. Like, that's it.
I know, but do you think it's right that a mom can say, I don't want this baby, but a dad never can?
I mean, I just think that's just the way it is.
But do you think it's right? Yes or no?
We spend so much time talking about a woman's choice.
Right, but the man doesn't have one.
But my only point is, what reproductive rights does a man have?
None.
Being untouchable is the biggest flex ever. Like, no man can say that they've ever been with me. I have never even cuddled with a guy. Literally, fuck you. Like, you think that you can just, like, get me? Ew. Oh my God. If a man ever was like, oh yeah, like I got with Talia, literally someone punched me in the fucking face. That's so embarrassing. That's so embarrassing that all these men are out there that can be talking about your body and you in the most intimate setting. We need to do better, girls. Have more self-worth and confidence. You are the fucking prize. You are the girl. First of all, you shouldn't be paying for shit. Second of all, you're literally perfect and beautiful. You can, like, carry his kids and all this shit. Like, you're a girl. You're the prize. Like, why are you sleeping with random men? It is disgusting. It's gross. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. I'm not even going to be nice. You're better than that. Stop doing it. And then you're like, I just like him so much. I'm obsessed with him. What does he do for you? He literally doesn't even text you back. That's so fucking embarrassing. Your worth is literally like a coffee date and then he gets you in bed. Like, that's what your worth is, a $5 coffee. Sorry, who's gonna say it? We all need to be better and do better. Stop complaining about these men. You allow it. You get what you allow and you allow them to give you absolutely nothing and then you obsess over them. Because what? They're like a 6 out of 10? What the fuck? I'm sorry. Like, I'm just so baffled by the way people act, hookup culture. It's disgusting. To be a high value woman, you do not need to get with guys. Getting with guys lowers your value. Hate to be the one to be the fucking bearer of the truth and bad news, I guess. Like, I think it's good news. Like, why would you want to have to give your body away to have higher worth? Like, I think it's a good thing that not giving your body away makes your worth higher. Like, be different, be better. Like, let's all love ourselves. I don't even know. Like, come on, guys.
You know, Talia, I appreciate that no man has touched you. But I think maybe you need a little bit more time in the oven just to kind of cook a little bit. And maybe after you come out, you won't continue talking like this. You'll learn at some point in time that both people in the relationship matter. Both people's opinions matter. What they do and they say, the places that they go, how they interact with each other, it all matters. And this talk about, you know what? With the way you're talking, I'm just saying right now, it's going to be hard to move forward in a relationship because you're always thinking about, oh, yes, he should do this. Oh, yeah, he should do. You have a sense of entitlement, right? And once again, I want to congratulate you for not allowing men to touch you or cuddle with you or just giving yourself away. That is fantastic. But one thing that you could work on in the meantime is this little attitude. It's very immature. Honestly, I would put this young lady at probably like 18 or 19 with the way she's talking.
Why do men keep getting married?
Fuck if I know. I mean, I honestly, like these days, I don't know what's in it for a man. Like, there's no upside in my mind for a man to get married. It doesn't create faithfulness on the part of a woman. It doesn't create security in terms of finances for him. It doesn't create security in terms of his kids going forward if they actually go through a divorce. Like, what's the upside here? Somebody explain it to me.
You want to learn more about how to fight this stuff, go check out dadslawschool.com.
Ladies, y'all gotta stop turning into a private investigator when that cheap, but you don't turn into a private investigator when he's not happy. Facts. Exactly. That is facts. Find out why. Y'all dig when he cheating, but you don't dig to see what you can do to make him happy.
Diabolical things I want in a man.
Alrighty, let's see what you want, and this is how this is going to go. So everything that you say, I'm going to just calculate a percentage for, and then we'll multiply them together to find what percentage of men in society actually satisfy your requirements.
Number 1, height. My man's gotta be above 6'2". My last 2 boyfriends were 6'3". Both of them. And they were jacked. and they looked really good. How am I supposed to downgrade from that? So unfortunately, my next man will have to be 6'2" and up.
All right, not gonna lie, we're starting off pretty intense. Maybe the rest won't be as bad, but 6'3" and up is 1.4% of all men.
Number 2, you can't have a gut. I need you built. I need you fit and going to the gym multiple times a week. I'm sorry, like, I'm just not gonna date a fat guy. If I can be in the gym 5 days a week and be fit and care about how I look, you can do it.
All right, this one is a little bit more subjective and I had to do a lot of research for it, but what I came across was that the percentage of men that are very, very fit, meaning that they go to the gym multiple times a week, they have a body mass of around 10% to 12%, that is around 3% of men, and that's being very generous based off the studies that I found.
Number 3, he cannot have a salary cap. Whatever career he's in, he needs to have multiple streams of income, and we need to be able to make as much money as possible. That's why I will never date a guy who works in like corporate. What is your 100K salary cap gonna do for me? The max you'll ever be able to get to is like what, 150? Yeah, no, we're good. I need you in a career that is going to make us money. I am a lover of luxury. I like expensive things. I like expensive vacations. So will you if you're my man. So we need a career that can support that. Number 4, whenever we travel, he's gotta be flying his business. I'm sorry, we're not staying in economy together. It's just not happening. Again, this is where the lack of salary cap is really gonna help. And number 5, he's gotta have a really nice watch. I'm not really impressed when I hear somebody has a Rolex anymore because those can be really cheap. I would much prefer if you had an AP or a Patek and maybe multiple of them. The Rolex can be your day watch and it still better be 50K plus.
Okay, so the last 3 things I'm gonna just jumble up into one. Having multiple streams of income, being able to fly not only in economy class but business class, being able to afford nice things, and having multiple luxury watches. I'm gonna say that this guy is gonna have to be a millionaire or make $1 million a year. So I'm gonna be really generous with this and say it's 1%, and 1% in many states is not even $1 million, but I'm gonna say he has to be a 1% income earner. So it looks like my girl here is from Toronto. So we're gonna add up the United States and Canada as well. And we're gonna use both those figures for the male population to calculate her chances of meeting somebody that fits her needs and criteria. So let's go ahead and crunch the numbers. We have 164.4 million men in the United States and 20.25 million men in Canada. Adding both of those up, we have 184 to 185 million men. Now, it doesn't seem like she's really picky on age, so we're just gonna go from 25 to 50 for this data set. That's about 60 million men rounded up based off all the data I saw in the United States, and about 6 million men for all the data I saw in Canada, which gives her a pool of 66 million men in that age category, and then we have to multiply the variables that she put out there. So that's 66 million times 1.4% for the height, times 3% for the fitness, and times 1% for the income. And this gives you a total of 277 men. So roughly 300 guys rounding up from US to Canada that fit your criteria if you're not willing to compromise. And on top of that, they have to like you and want to commit to you and be in a healthy relationship, which are factors that I have not calculated because I don't really know your personality, because I just know you off this video. So let me know if you guys think in the comments below that she's gonna find her man, and best of luck.
And this is why men be asking the question, what's your body count? Because this, well, my last guy did it, so this guy's gotta, well, then go be with that guy. Oh, well, if you're insecure, just say that. No, I just know with your immaturity and your stupid little attitude, you're going to be trying to compare me to him, and I'm not going to be in competition with anybody. Well, if you wasn't good at it and just get better at it, no. Just stop being out there in the streets. How about that? Take accountability. Ain't nobody got time for that foolishness, that nonsense that you're talking about. It's what men be talking about. Well, my last 2 men and they look really good. So now you got to look really good. Stay by yourself.